Madden and Charles Davis.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. The former Iowa Hawkeye, C.J. Beathard, will be the man calling the shots in his second season now in the league.
And the 49ers brass was real high on C.J. Beathard. They actually moved up in the draft to get him in 2017 and take him in the third round. Had to play as a rookie. The record not impressive at 1-4. But what I liked most about him, his poise. Despite the pressure, despite the hits he took, stayed in there and continued to try and make good throws.
Set! Green 39!
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tramon Williams, a veteran corner there on the stop. Off the corner, where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Back to throw Beathard. Escape, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now the Packers sitting at 2-2-1. Aaron Rodgers bringing out the offense here for the first possession. Let's look at last week, Charles. A loss against Detroit, in Detroit. Despite picking up 521 offensive yards to the Lions' 264, the Packers could not get it done.
And Aaron Rodgers threw for 442 of those yards, 3 touchdowns, so it looks fantastic. And he did it despite the fact he didn't have his dependable receivers Randall Cobb and Geronimo Allison. Devontae Adams had a big day, but also Aaron Rodgers harassed in the pocket.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 62 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kenny Clark coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Beathard, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And that'll bring up a third down and very long. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Here we go. Blue line it. Blue line.
They'll throw here. Beathard finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, fun on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Cassius Marsh in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. That's something this coaching staff told us they want to see a lot more of this season.
I imagine the entire time in the offseason when these guys were taking breaks from watching film, when they were out running and doing all the other things, all they were thinking about is, how do we create more sacks? They loved what they just saw there.
Because they were near the bottom of the league in 2017. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Lambeau in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. From midfield, here's Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And I guess the question... Well, right now we are 5 weeks into the NFL season. Charles, switching gears here. 2 undefeated teams, the Rams and the Chiefs, both at 5-0.
And who's going to end up being the first to lose? That becomes the game now, doesn't it? Because I know the 1972 Miami Dolphins team is waiting for both of them to lose so they can pop their champagne. But who's it going to be? The Chiefs' upcoming schedule? They're at New England, home against Cincinnati, home against Denver. How about for the Rams? 3 of their next 4 on the road. At Denver, at San Francisco, home against the Packers, at the New Orleans Saints. Care to make a prediction?
Well, I obviously Chiefs at the Patriots, that could be one. But the Rams, 3 of the next 4 on the road. I'm going to say, though, the Chiefs drop 1 in New England. How about you?
I'm going to say that they're actually going to drop it at home against Cincinnati. That's my big upset.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here's Beathard to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Taylor. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw is Beathard. Looking for Garcon. He's got him. Touchdown 49ers. Pierre Garcon from 4 yards out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
319.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he loses the football a second time. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Throwing now is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only a yard there, sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. And again, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. While we have a second on that incompletion, we got to talk about Linval Joseph. 64-yard interception return for a touchdown, and then you saw him on the sideline with the glasses and the oxygen mask out. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This is Breida. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Lets this one rip toward... Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green.
Beathard. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that.